Damn. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shy Gemini, and I'm coming to you with another video. And this time I'm talking about Fab and Emily. Could you tell from my intro who I was talking about? Who I was getting ready to talk about? I was ignorant. Let me take this off. I look stupid. But anyway, yeah, I was coming here to talk about Fab and Emily B, to be exact, and this whole debacle, this whole situation with him being abusive, and I'm like, whoa, not Fabo, like anything is possible. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to be that type of person because he seems so cool and mellow, like nothing bothers him. But at the same time, that those are the ones that you have to watch for. Those are the ones that, and when they get home, they be beating that ass. And I guess he's one of those people. But anyway, he's been accused of beating Emily, being abusive, allegedly. He hit her 7 times in the face to the point where she had to get her 2 front teeth taken out. And I'm like, damn. Nobody in this world should ever get you to a point where you're beating them in the face and then you beat them to the point where you're knocking their teeth out. So this whole situation is fucked up. I feel bad for her because you could tell from the introduction of her on Love and Hip Hop that she may have some not insecure but some self-esteem issues, or like, I don't know if it's because of his fab and he's famous and she just didn't want to be alone. I don't know. They say the girl is successful on her own. She's a fashion designer, so I don't know. Again, Fab's never given me the impression that he was abusive. A dog, yes, absolutely, but not abusive. So I hope they can work it out to the point where they get help. Not for them to be together, but that they get help individually. Fab gets help with his temper because he has 2 children with her, 2 boys. And, you know, they really don't need to see that because they could grow up and have that same pattern where they're beating their women and being verbally abusive towards them. So, you know, I hope they can get the help. I hope Emily can get the help and realize her self-worth. It's a really sad situation. She involved her dad, which I'm like, okay. In one incident, she called her dad to come remove 2 guns, and I'm like, that right there is a problem because you didn't call your dad to help you move your stuff and leave Fab. You called your dad to help you remove some guns. So you were still willing to stay with him, but he can kill you regardless. I mean, you don't need a gun to kill somebody, Emily. There's knives, there's blunt force. So that right there to me led me to believe that you weren't ready to leave, that you wanted to try to make things work. But I don't think he's going to change. He needs help. If that's what he really is about, if he really does hit women or hit you, he needs serious help, and you need to remove yourself. He threatened the father and the brother, said they had a bullet with their name on it. Like, I'm just, again, shocked because he seemed like he's such a cool person. Like, nothing bothers him. But that's just a really messed up situation. So He has 2 charges going against him now. I know one is for like a terroristic threat. The other one, I think it might be aggravated battery or something. I'm not really sure, but if he gets prosecuted, he could possibly go to jail and face some serious fines. So, Fab, honestly, I hope you get the help that you need. I'm interested to see how this is going to play out as far as his career. Is it going to be as damaging as Chris Brown? Because you know that followed Chris Brown. Actually, it still does to this day. So I'm very interested in if this is going to follow him forever, if he's going to be able to recover. He just did a concert the other night in Brooklyn with Jadakiss, and they still had a pretty good turnout, good crowd. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this story and see what happens. I'm interested to know how the father felt about the situation, if he's tried to get her to leave in the past. I heard that he actually worked for Fab, so sometimes, just like with that Ray Rice situation, you know, even though he saw his daughter get knocked out her shoes, he still was in support of his daughter being with him. And I'm like, come on, I hope it's not for the stars, you know, the fame, because your daughter's life really isn't worth it. I know if that was my dad, I'm gonna have to have the bail money, because Chuck don't play that. Something happened to his girl, somebody getting fucked up. He don't play that. I remember my sister got knocked off the bus by this little boy, a school bus. They would get off the bus. He knocked my sister off the bus. She hit her head and got a concussion. This was grammar school, probably 5th or 6th grade. And my dad tried to press charges against the 5th grader. He wanted him in jail. I'm like, Daddy, he's a kid. He probably just likes her. Like, you're going too far. But my dad, he don't play that. That's why when I was in certain situations, I wasn't in a physical abusive relationship, but I was in a verbally abusive relationship. And certain things I wouldn't tell my dad, because I know that temper of his, baby, it would have been bad. So I just kept it to myself. I know that might not have been the best thing, but I didn't want my daddy in jail, because I love my daddy. So I didn't say nothing. But I hope she gets the support she needs, the help, and the people that supporting Fab. I mean, I kind of gotta look at you funny. Like, do you be beating on women? Like, what's going on? So, definitely keep my eyes on this. But that's all I got to say. Talk to y'all later. Peace.